Because, of course, you're not really looking. You don't really want to know. Want to be fooled.
Why so serious?
Fox, what was in the bar?
Chewie, we're home. Fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, which Batman didn't actually become the Man Bat in the animated series, did he?
No, it was Dr. Langstrom, I think.
Yeah, like a scientist.
Yeah.
He was, what was he experimenting on?
Bats. I don't know.
Is that what he was doing?
It was bats and.
But, I mean, what was his goal in
Oh,
experimenting on
he
bats?
had work to do. Yeah, he had this whole. I don't remember exactly like why he was experimenting on bats or what goal he was trying to achieve, but somehow it was tied into the Man Bat.
Right.
It's been a while since I've watched that series, so I don't really remember it all that well.
I don't remember either, but that is a great series.
I think it's one of it's the best Batman animated series.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
There's no question. And like that show really came to like define like Batman
Yeah.
like in its latter years, because like it was like probably since like Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
That kind of brought him back to being dark. But like that series really helped like cement like Batman as like a dark,
Yeah.
grounded character.
I love how dark that show is. Like.
Yeah.
And the music is great. I love.
Oh, the music's excellent, and still one of my favorite Batmobiles. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really not a big fan of the Tumbler from
No.
from the Dark Knight
Yeah.
trilogy. I mean,
I kind of like the one in the new Batman Arkham game though. It looks it's kind of like a good mix between the Tumbler and
It
like
is,
a more
it is.
classic look.
my favorite Batmobile though, I think, is the Tim Burton Batmobile.
Yeah. That one's a pretty good one.
That one is actually kind of like the real. It's kind of like the real Batman the Animated Series style, like in real life.
Yeah, that's one thing I really liked about that movie, because that's just how it felt to me. Like the Batman the Animated Series, just live action. Even the music was really close to it.
Yeah, here we've got a picture of the Michael Keaton Tim Burton Batmobile, and I mean it really looks just sleek and
Look at that one. That one's like right beside somebody's house. Can you imagine driving that around every day?
yeah, like I think the thing about that car is like they just kind of, I'm not sure what model car, but they took just a regular car and added on to it, so you could actually build this thing if you wanted to. Like that's the thing about Nolan's Batmobile. Like I mean, you're not getting that thing. That thing is like
No.
ridiculous. It's like a tank.
It's like a military vehicle.
Yeah, which that fit into the tone of those movies, but like,
Yeah, it worked good.
what do you think about Zack Snyder's Batmobile for Batman v Superman? Have you seen
I
it?
really haven't. I haven't seen the full picture. I've seen the picture like Batman standing in front of it.
The best glimpse of it I've seen was from of all things, DeAndre Jordan, who plays for the Los Angeles Clippers in the NBA. He's apparently a big Batman fan, and they granted him access to like the Warner Brothers Museum, and he was able to like look at the Batmobile, and that video was on IGN and Screen Rant and a bunch of media websites, and like he gets to like sit in the Batmobile. But of all things, that's the clearest picture that they have of the Batmobile is from like this NBA player sitting in the vehicle.
Oh wow,
It's kind of bizarre.
pretty secretive about it, huh?
Yeah, but here's kind of a good picture of it.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the one from Batman Arkham Knight. Too.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does. One thing I noticed in the trailer, and one thing that I had a question about. Have you seen the trailer?
Of Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, the newest trailer.
I've seen 2. I don't know if there's any more.
No, that's the newest one.
Okay.
But I noticed that Batman is blowing a lot of stuff up. I mean, like the guy. First of all, look at this picture. The guy has Gatling guns on the front of his car.
Yeah.
Do we think Batman's not killing in this movie?
I don't think he will, because I mean, I don't think that, you know how many people that would you know.
But what are these guns for?
Well, I mean that in the Batmobile and Batman Arkham Knight too.
True, and a lot of people were wondering if Batman's killing in that game too.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess it's I guess you don't know until you watch it. Huh?
I guess, but I mean, that seems like something that's so fundamental to the character that like there's no way you could possibly remove that. I mean, Batman doesn't kill. That's what he doesn't do. Like, but like, I always thought that like Batman was a cool character because like he was violent and gritty, and at times like almost like as insane as the criminals he fought. But
Yeah.
like, he had that one thing that set him apart, and that was that he didn't kill.
Yeah.
Like that, like Batman. I've always personally thought that Batman and the Joker are both completely insane. Both of them. Batman dresses in a bat suit and goes around and fights criminals for a living.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, we all know Joker's insane. So, like, I always thought they were both. And, like, that's why I think, like, they have a unique relationship. Because, like, they kind of have they like, understand each other.
Yeah.
Because they're both insane. But, like, Batman didn't kill. And I thought that was, like, the one thing he had that would set him apart. So if like in this new movie, like maybe this gritty Batman once like didn't kill, but maybe like his morals have kind of been compromised.
Yeah,
Maybe he kills now. I just don't like. There's so much destruction in this new trailer that I don't see how he didn't kill anyone. And like, what like does this gun have rubber bullets in it? Like, is that the cop out?
You know, actually, what if like I don't know if this is going to be a thing, but what if he actually loaded it with like kryptonite bullets to stop Superman?
That's interesting. But he fights Superman primarily. Well, from what we've seen in the trailer and also in the Dark Knight Returns comic, he fights him in like a bat suit.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Right.
Like from
I feel
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, I feel like Superman would just like destroy that little car.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Batwing from this?
No. I haven't seen it yet.
It looks very like there's a glimpse of it in the trailer, and here's a good picture of it. This is what the Batwing's gonna look like.
Oh.
It actually looks eerie similar to me to the Batmobile. Actually,
Has the same kind of design scheme, right?
yeah. But what I'm wondering is like I wonder if like this Batmobile will transform into this
Huh.
in the same way that if you remember in the Dark Knight, the Batmobile gets like wrecked pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it transforms into like a cycle.
Like the Bat Cycle.
Yeah, this isn't a car. Yeah, I'm not wearing hockey pants.
It's always funny to make those jokes.
Yeah,
That voice, man, that voice.
yeah. I mean,
That's the only bad thing about those movies.
what did you think about Ben Affleck's voice? Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard.
Tell me, do you bleed?
Yeah. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. People are making lots of auto-tune jokes. Like it's auto-tune Batman. Have you seen any of that?
No. Sounds kind of robotic to me, like
what
I heard.
See, like, I don't think that he'll sound like that through the whole movie. My initial reaction was that the like the heavily armored suit was making him sound that way.
That's what I thought too. That's why I didn't think much of it. Like I thought it was a suit more than anything.
But I mean, if he does sound like that through the whole movie, like it kind of makes sense to me that Batman would rig up some voice changing mechanism, kind of like Oliver McQueen in Arrow.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's the thing about the Dark Knight trilogy. Like, he had so much technology, yet he felt the need to like give himself a gravelly voice, which
Yeah.
maybe that was for intimidation. But like, if you're just trying to conceal your identity, like you could make some voice changing option like built in your suit.
Well, I actually like how it was done in the animated series. Bringing that up again, but he like whenever he's Batman, like he talked really deep, like
Sure. Yeah.
and then like he's like, "Oh, hey, Lucius," whenever he's Bruce Wayne, like
Right. And Kevin Conroy actually kind of started this whole thing that Batman has to have one voice and Bruce Wayne has to have another voice.
Yeah.
Because in like the Burton Batman movie and like the the awful Joel Schumacher Batman Robin movie,
Yeah.
like Batman and Bruce Wayne always sounded the same.
Yeah.
But really it wasn't until Kevin Conroy started doing the voice of Batman that like it kind of set the stage that like Batman had to have two different voices.
Yeah, yeah, Kevin Conroy, yeah, he is Batman's voice. Like,
Yeah, I mean, for guys like me and you that were like born in the '90s, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like that is Batman. That's the definitive Batman.
yeah, you can't get any better than Kevin Conroy for.
You can't. If we could somehow like take his voice and have like big, bulky Ben Affleck with Kevin Conroy's voice,
That'd be awesome.
come on. I mean, that'd be Batman right there.
Yeah. I wish that he could play as Batman in a movie. Like, I know he's old, but that'd be so awesome. Like,
It would.
if he could bulk himself up, and just play
Yeah.
Batman. That
It would. Who's your favorite live action Batman?
Christian Bale, I think, was my favorite Bruce Wayne, and Michael Keaton, I think, was my favorite Batman.
I actually like that. That's my exact answer. Like, I thought Keaton was a very good Bruce Wayne. Also, though, like Keaton,
I didn't think he looked like a Bruce Wayne.
well, Keaton, like I liked him because he is the rare combination of like a guy that is collected and is very intelligent looking, but then at the same time, he's got a little like crazy in him. Like when you look at Michael Keaton and you hear him speak and stuff, like that guy, he looks like he like might have some things in his closet that like he wouldn't want you to know about. Like
Yeah.
he has the right blend of a little bit of crazy, but then like also being cool and suave like Bruce Wayne. Like because going back to what I was saying, like I think Batman is a little crazy, like
Yeah.
a little insane.
I don't think there's ever been like a really perfect like kind of like like to the comic books like that level. I just don't think they've done that yet.
Yeah, we've kind of seen different takes on the character. Like George Clooney, like I mean that's an awful movie he's in, but like George Clooney, like he kind of is real life Bruce Wayne. Like he's a playboy. Like he's never been married. Like he has like all these like he's all this arm candy, like just random girls. Like
Well, he's a pretty good choice.
yeah, he was a good choice, but that movie was so bad, so bad. And those bat nipples, I mean those bat nipples.
And that bat credit card.
Yeah, bat credit card.
Never leave the cave without it.
Couldn't they just trace that?
Yeah, yep. Maybe Batman's the name on the card.
Maybe he started
Yeah.
himself a new identity.
maybe.
See, that kind of movie like is a kind of like superhero mentality where like they go out and they name themselves like, oh, I'm Batman, Robin. Well, I'm gonna name myself Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
That's and the supervillains do the same thing. And like in like more realistic stuff, they get named by other people.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a very like comic booky thing. Like,
Yeah.
hey, call me Batman. Kind of that sort of thing. But like, I think really the first time we saw like someone get named from someone other than themselves. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, but like the first thing that comes to my mind is the Spider-Man 2002 film.